Miscellaneous minds, never explaining the minds. Devilish grin for my alias, aliens who respond. Peddling sin, thinking maybe when you get old you realize I'm not gonna fold or demise. I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it.
What is going on, everybody? This is the Miscellaneous Minds Podcast. I'm your co-host, Pumar Gato, the cat that hands your middleweight championship back. And to my right over here is the main man sitting there, the man that makes the fat stacks. Together we form that dynamic duo that won't die. 10 the ideas, brother, and spice your content to your girls' only fans.
What is going on, everybody? Before we get into tonight's topic, please make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit. And with that, let's get right into it. My man Izzy, my man the Stylebender, Israel Adesanya, going up against my man from the trailer park, Sean Strickland. We're going to give you guys our predictions and what we believe is going to happen after the fight. So with that, let's get right into it. Okay, so me personally, like much of you apparently, because a lot of polling has been done, a lot of voting, so on and so forth, I believe Israel's going to take it. I believe Israel has more tools in the belt to be able to get the W over Sean Strickland. Can Sean Strickland surprise us? Sure, but I'll be honest with you. I think it's a very, 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 very slim chance that Sean Strickland is going to win. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'll be good with either one winning. I do think I would prefer Izzy to win. I think he's a lot better as champion than would be a potential Strickland championship. But listen, man, I won't be mad at either way. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting as hell if Sean Strickland wins. But I do think this one is definitely going to go to Izzy. I'm going to pass it over to my man to see what he thinks. And then I'll jump back in with a little bit of a take of what we believe is going to happen afterwards. What do you think about that, my man?
Yeah, just based on the caliber of the bodies that both of them have racked up. Again, Izzy has racked up wins against Alex Pereira recently, Robert Whittaker, Jared Cannonier, Anderson Silva. I mean, that was way back when. But again, the caliber opponents that Israel Adesanya has racked up, he's had a lot of people that he is knocked out or he's gotten unanimous decisions against. The only person that I've seen Sean Strickland gotten decisive wins over very famous names was Jared Cannonier and Uriah Hall. But those are the only two names. Everybody else, it doesn't seem like he's had a whole lot of people that he's fought against. The only thing that Sean Strickland has with him in the corner is the fact that he's been training with Alex Pereira. Beyond that, I can't exactly see anything that Sean Strickland has in the way of maybe. I don't see any wrestling in his offense whatsoever. He seems to me more like a striker, which again, Izzy himself does have an advantage in that hand. I don't foresee. Again, the only thing I can see him having advantage was Alex Pereira training him. Beyond that, I couldn't tell you anything else. The only thing that Pereira could possibly teach Strickland is how to have strong hands. But that doesn't seem like something you can really train. It seems like something you can have. Boxing, cool. But Pereira has the advantage of having pretty strong hands, hence the name Poetan. So I don't think the training that Pereira is giving him is going to give him much of an advantage. I do see the fight going towards Izzy. If that were the case, again, if Sean Strickland were to win the championship, personally, I don't really think he's going to have it. He's going to have it for maybe one or two fights if the UFC decides to throw him a bone. One or two fights where he's going to have still the championship. If Izzy goes on to win, I don't really see anybody else in the middleweight division that could give him any sort of challenge or give him any sort of pause. Personally, I think he might try to go up for light heavyweight as long as Pereira doesn't give him any more issues.
I'll be honest with you, that's where you and I part ways. There's a number of reasons that I believe that. So here's the thing. Yes, I do think Izzy's going to win. I do think he's going to win pretty decisively. If Izzy wins, I'm going to give you both takes. I'm going to give you if Izzy wins and if Strickland wins. If Izzy wins, which again, most of the people out there believe Izzy's going to win. I believe that he has two potential fights. One where he's directly said, look, I make the rules. And if the winner of Hamzat's and I can't remember the other motherfucker's name right now. Fucking Ricky Martin looking motherfucker. I can't remember the motherfucker's name. He already faced him once before. Dude said, I couldn't really fight right because I was too drunk. I was on wine. I can't remember the motherfucker's name. Paulo Costa, thank you. Okay, so he says, I might face the winner of Paulo Costa and Hamzat. Now, here's the thing. Hamzat would be an interesting fight for Izzy if he did decide to go that way. Because, first of all, Hamzat is a decent wrestler, which Izzy has shown struggles against. We'll reference Jan Blachowicz for this one. I still think Izzy would beat Khamzat, but I think it'd be more interesting to see that fight. I don't really want to see him fight Paulo Costa again. Again, I don't want to hear another wine defense. He didn't really do anything in their previous fight, so I'll be honest, I don't really want to see Izzy versus Paulo Costa 2. It doesn't interest me. I don't think it'll interest too many people out there other than Paulo Costa himself. But I think Izzy versus Hamza would be interesting. If that fight doesn't go down, I think the next logical one, even though Izzy's pushing to not really have it happen, is Dricus Duplessis. Do I think that one would be interesting? I think it'd be interesting. I still think Izzy would win, but I think it'd be an interesting fight to see happen. Now, on the other end, if Sean Strickland but if Sean Strickland won, I think it would renew the division, and I think every dude on the planet that is in that division would want to fight some Bobby Knuckles. Jared Cannonier would want to take two with it. Everyone in that division would want to face Sean Strickland because, listen, Sean Strickland seems like a nice dude. He's a little bit of an idiot. He doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. But I think he's a nice dude, and I think he wouldn't have the title for too much longer, much like you said. I think one or two fights, maybe not think someone would take that title from him, if not Izzy himself. But with that being said, look, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if training with stone hands is too much of a benefit. Yes, Pereira, obviously gave Izzy, a good knockout there, a good finish. But like you said, you can't really teach knockout power. Sure, you can teach him boxing and all that kind of good stuff. Sure, whatever. But I don't think Strickland doesn't seem like the type of dude that would really pick up on that stuff to the elite level, to the point where he'd be able to make a dent in who Izzy is. And again, you can't really teach power. So I don't know if that gave him to him. I mean, maybe, Pereira can give him a little bit of a game plan as far as, hey, look, he does these particular, things when he's about to throw a punch, or maybe give him a little bit of the lowdown on how Izzy fights. That's really about it. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. But, hey, maybe it will. Who knows? But again, I think if Sean Strickland manages to pull off a dub against Izzy, the reality of who's going to be coming at him, it's going to be a little daunting for him, and I feel like maybe he'll defend it once. Maybe. That'll be it. But other than that, I feel like everyone's going to come at him, and I feel like the pressure would get to someone like Sean Strickland. I don't think, this is going to sound fucked up, I don't think Sean thinks he can win. I think he's going to go in there, and I think he's going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at Izzy. I don't think he's going to win. That's my personal take on what I believe is going to happen before the fight. I think Izzy's going to win. And what I believe is going to happen after. Is there anything else you want to add to that, my man?
Yeah, you're definitely all right there in the sense that it doesn't seem like Sean Strickland doesn't really think he can win. Which, again, it kind of sucks because, again, Sean Strickland, he's very out of pocket. That's a good and a bad thing, and in this case, it can be kind of good. Just because if you've seen the presser that he was on, he definitely was throwing everything in the kitchen sink. And again, for better or worse, the thing that he says, you can't deny it's not entertaining to some extent. He'll say some dumbass things here and there, but there's occasionally some nuggets where like, okay, I can either see what he's talking about, or hey, that was genuinely funny. Again, it seems like he kind of knows, like, all right, cool. This is, at the very least, this is going to be my 5 minutes. I'm going to make the spotlight shine on me as much as it can in the meantime. If he wins the championship, cool. I'm not holding my breath, but it'd be cool if he does. Again, what you said that I didn't see that before, and I don't know why I didn't see that. But again, a Hamza matchup would be exciting to see. I would want to see Dricus Duplessis in the mix there. If Bobby Knuckles gets a chance to fight for the championship again, I would want to see that. But yes, I do think Izzy's still going to take the championship, or still going to defend the championship. Personally, I still think maybe he's gonna try and go for the light heavyweight again. Again, if Alex Pereira doesn't give him any issues going forward, hopefully not. Hopefully it's not gonna be a repeat of the first matchup in the UFC, not the first matchup that they ever had, but the first matchup they had in the UFC. But personally, I think he's gonna try and win back the light heavyweight championship again against Jan Blachowicz. Personally, that's my take. That's what I personally see that's gonna happen moving forward if Izzy were to win from this Saturday.
Well, that's definitely an interesting take. Like I said, I do disagree with you just on that bit, but I think for the most part, we kind of agree. It kind of looks like Izzy might take the whole thing. But with that, please make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and
until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one.